It's okay, guys. Got disconnected. I'm not sure what happened. If it's kind of a fluke thing, I'm not sure if got hacked or whatever. But chat got disconnected. Stream got disconnected. I'm gonna try this one more time. Go live and see if we can get it working. And kind of in the middle of talking about some important things. I did want to get to a lot of posts by Safemoon maxis, as well as some of the perspective from Safemoon futters. What's up, Roddy? How's it going? Good to see ya. Not sure what happened, honestly. That was weird. I've been streaming for years and haven't seen something like that happen. That doesn't happen very often, is all I'm saying. Okay, so let's get back to it. And if you're tuning in from YouTube, do me a favor, like, whether it's live or whether you're watching it later on, just drop a like. I really appreciate that. It just helps my work. It helps reach more people. It doesn't give me money. So if you feel like I'm saying a message that you think more people should hear, then yeah, support me. Balaji, this is kind of interesting side note. I'm always paying attention to Bitcoin. Balaji is the one that put the $1 million bet that Bitcoin would hit in 90 days it would hit $1 million. He said, U.S. government confirms it will be legal to buy Bitcoin for at least a while. U.S. government sold 9,800 Bitcoin on March 14th and intends to sell a further 41,500 Bitcoin connected to Silk Road in 4 batches over the course of the year. Court filing. Okay. So they're going to be selling Bitcoin, but at the same time, that kind of means that they at least, that's weird that they own Bitcoin, but they're going to sell it. They're going to be selling 1.18 billion. And that could be, I don't know. I don't really know how to take that, a bearish or a bullish mark. But anyways, let's get back to Safemoon. And I kind of want to just go over right now the sentiment of the people of what is going on with the Safemoon maxis and the futters take on the liquidity. Oh, here's interesting. Here's a poll that someone did. Honest community thoughts on Safemoon going forward. What do you think this LP issue will bring? The end of Safemoon. Still have hope in the team. Don't care anymore. Still holding. Don't care. Selling as soon as I can. Not too many people did that poll, but everybody, for the most part, it was end of Safemoon. We'll come out stronger. This is the kind of stuff I'm like. There's such an interesting aspect to human psychology when it comes to this type of cult-like behavior. Not everyone is cult-like behavior, but a lot of people are. Mitchell Abbey, Crypto Control, what's good? Just doing a live stream. I got kicked off the last one, so I'm trying this again. If this one gets kicked off, then I'll put it off. I don't know what's going on with the internet today. Once everything is patched, fixed, and restored, it will show how robust Safemoon is, attracting more investors than ever. Get ready for liftoff. Holy cow, bro. That's a rough one. That is a rough one. You think that Safemoon's LP getting hacked is good for the future of Safemoon. That's amazing. That's kind of how the mindset works, though, is you take anything and no matter what, you spin it and it's positive for Safemoon. Team quitting, awesome. Team hasn't quit, it's awesome. Just anything and everything, it's good for Safemoon. World War III, good for Safemoon. Bitcoin collapse, good for Safemoon. Like anything, it just doesn't matter. Whatever it is, it's good for Safemoon. Just want to say, I love you guys. It sucks what happened is still happening to your token. I say as not an investor. People seem to enjoy pointing out, laughing at the Safemoon situation, but I don't believe that. Behind the screen, we're all just people trying to improve our future for ourselves and our families. I'm not subscribed to the sub, but it shows up in my feed. Yeah, I feel the same way. Like I don't want Safemoon to fail. I was literally still holding Safemoon because I never sold it, mostly because I didn't have a large position. Let's say everything turns out flawless and we get back to a point that we were 2 weeks ago as far as price. Does the team have to shift focus away from trying to be top dog in security? Is Orbital Shield dead? How does the team build the community's trust back? Watch this guy. I bet he's going to get absolutely wrecked. just for even providing the most logical response to this situation. The exploit happened on the blockchain level. OS is a security feature for private wallets, nothing to do with it. But what's more worrying is even if the LP gets returned, the question would be who's going to trust a security company that might have cost their users millions of dollars due to an elementary mistake. Once again, that's a extremely logical post, right? This guy said exactly. Rambo going ham says they didn't make a mistake. They've been taking your money for over 2 years now. Okay. The responses are more reasonable than I thought they would be. Also, why was that burn function implemented? No explanation about that whatsoever. Typical. Amazing. This is amazing. They're not banning on the Reddit side of things like they are everywhere else. The Facebook, the Twitter, the Discord. If you ask anything, you're just banned. You bet if it's not pro Safemoon, you're out of here. How many times did Safemoon say buy the dip? Did they say buy the dip? I don't know. Are you talking about the Safemoon investors? Trying to find a maxi take on this. No, it's pretty legit take on it. See, for me, I made a post on Twitter, and it upset quite a few people. If you guys want to follow my Twitter and join my live spaces, talk to me, and I'm at CryptoControl3. You can see my post, and I'm more interactive on Twitter than I am really on YouTube as far as like posting, because it's easier to just post on Twitter than it is to like upload a whole video. Like here's my Bitcoin cereal that I made today using AI art. I made this image right here, and it's a really cool image using AI art. It's a guy kind of sitting in this portal watching this green substance kind of collapse and fall apart and break, and it was kind of supposed to represent Safemoon, and like, is this the end of Safemoon? And I just put, we could be witnessing the end of Safemoon, right? And I just said could be. I didn't say we are witnessing the end of Safemoon. I just said we could be, right? I meant your money gets hacked, and everything leading up to the money getting hacked has only been negative. I don't know if we have to go over all that. The team leaving, the price dumping harder than anywhere else, the whales selling, it coming out that Safemoon was created as a rug pull, Kyle taking from the liquidity, everybody taking from the liquidity, John taking from the liquidity, not addressing any of this being exposed to millions of viewers, failing the birthday launch, failing the wallet launch, swap partners getting wrecked if you got in on the swap buys, all of just a lot of bad things. Operation Phoenix not coming through, the wallet, the cold storage wallet, the card not launching, just everything bad. The merch that they sent out had the tags cut off, just so many bad things leading into the liquidity pool being hacked. And so the speculation is this going to actually finish Safemoon? Is this the catalyst that leads to Safemoon actually dying, whether it be John giving up on it, John going to jail, somebody else buying the project, taking over, and it just dying? Are these the final moments of Safemoon before it's totally forgotten about, except for the few people that will just never give up on it? Some people are so over. Zero Cool in the YouTube chat says some people are so over leveraged, like Randolph. Exactly. They have no choice but to defend Crony and the brand, and has been doing it for so long now that it is second nature to a lot of them. Crazy. Yeah, Randolph blocked me because he said I don't talk. He said I talk too negatively about Safemoon, and then he encouraged all his followers to block me. I've had many people on Safemoon encourage each other to block me and unfollow me, strictly because I take a realistic, like, for me, it would be dishonest for me, for you guys. It'd be like taking advantage of you guys to cover this in a positive way. It would be dishonest. And the only reason I would do that was for views, right? Oh, or maybe I had a bag. I didn't want it to get hurt. Oh, don't worry, guys. This is nothing. This is a step forward, actually. This is going to be good for Safemoon, Like, that would be dishonest. That'd be like me trying to help my own bag and lie to you guys so that you guys don't sell to help my own bag. And I think that a lot of that is taking place with some of these bigger names in the crypto space, in the Twitter spaces. I don't want to throw names out, but the big names that are talking, if you find out how much they've invested and how down they are, that might tell you why they're acting the way they are. AIM Robot, how's it going, man? It's social media. People are mostly there to be upset. Social media? I don't know, man. I don't know about all that. Anyway, so I posted this. It got more likes than I thought it would, actually. I think that I don't get engagement like I used to on Safemoon, except for people that just want to hear from me because they know that I'm not going to BS them. Because for me, I don't go maxi, but I also don't go complete fudder of like hating. I definitely lean towards being a fudder, right? Like fear, uncertainty, and doubt. The team has displayed nothing but actions that cause me to not have trust in the future of the project, which is fear that it's not going to do well, uncertainty in the team's ability, and doubt that Safemoon's price is going to go up. Of course, FUD is real, guys. FUD is real. They've been taught. It's such an amazing technique in the crypto space that more so only works for scams that are lying to you and say, oh, that's just FUD, that's just FUD. And like it's anything negative is treated as FUD, and it puts you in this mindset where you can't see what the heck's going on. It is a delusion. Anyways, this is the response I get, right? All I said was we could be witnessing the end of Safemoon. Could. Clickbait engaged. Okay. Clickbait. Flush in the toilet. And then it's one extreme or the other, right? Hopefully, this guy wants to see Safemoon in. Bootsy Cynic, he's the one that uncovered all the information, most of the information for CoffeeZilla's videos. He said the end was sometime around January 2022. It's just been a corpse walking around with a bullet in its head since then. Crypto needs Safemoon to survive, and it will. That comment blew me away. Crypto needs Safemoon to survive, and it will. I think you have to be a very new investor who has not looked out anywhere outside of Safemoon or the Safemoon swap to think that. I hate to say it, and I hope I'm wrong, but probably. See this guy, like, he doesn't want to believe that Safemoon's dead, and he doesn't want it to happen. But in his mind, things look bad, and he's going to be real with himself instead of lying to himself and lying to other people. Limitless says the end of all these useless so-called tokenomics coins. I don't really think being a tokenomics coin is useless. It's really the utility or the hype that's attached to it that makes it useful or not. Not the fact that it's a tokenomics coin in itself. I've always had a soft spot for Safemoon. If it wasn't for Safemoon, I wouldn't be in crypto. That being said, things look dire. I hope the project gets through it. Good riddance. Crapcoin swallowed my 10K and spit out $500. They stole our money and got away with it. Most likely, but hey, if it goes to zero, the army will interpret it as the mother of all tips and sell their home and work 24/7 to buy even more. I do think there's a group of people who, no matter what happens, like John could go on a mass killing spree and like shoot himself and die, and people would be like, buy the dip, guys. John was a hero, and John we trust, and like the CIA framed him and stuff like that. Like, I don't think that like the turning point for people. I don't think there is a turning point for some people because they're down so bad, and they would rather reject reality than come to the truth that this investment's not doing well at the cost of everything. And that includes taking any idea and turning it and making it positive about Safemoon. You guys do me a favor, hit the like button. Something happened to the last stream, and something happened to it, and like I don't know, somebody attacked my internet or what, but my internet was fine, but my computer like crashed. What up, crypto? What's up, Noel Davila? Good to see you. How's your day going? It's Friday, guys. I hope you guys have a good weekend. Hopefully we get some if you guys aren't in Bitcoin, man, some good, smart, safer plays. Bitcoin, Ethereum. I don't know about BNB. BNB is risky right now, but I'm holding a decent amount of it. Not anything above 10,000, but I'm holding a little bit in BNB, and that one's a risky hold that I'm doing because I'm too afraid of BUSD right now to hold in BUSD. And so I'm just kind of keeping them in Ethereum and Bitcoin and watching the price go up. Doubtful. Hell nah. Safemoon's not going to end. Thank God it's going to end. We already did end. LOL. Crypto Control. What a massive idiot you are. This is so hilarious that you are even suggesting the possibility that Safemoon is going to end. Look at me. You just want attention, Crypto Control. That's all you want. You just want attention. You just want people to pay attention to you. That's the only reason you're talking about this. Bruh, I'm sure that's what you're hoping for. When did you become a comedian? What are we going to witness is the same what we witnessed before, you being low, but now a bit lower. Okay, so once again, if you're not sure what we're talking about, this is my post on Twitter saying we could be witnessing the end of Safemoon. That's all I'm saying, is this might be the end of Safemoon, the last moments of Safemoon. The LP getting taken is just a huge, like, come on, guys, let's be real with yourselves. That is not a positive thing. Even if they get the money back, that is not a positive thing. It screams that you cannot trust them with any of their products, right? More responses to this post. What are we going to witness is the same what we witnessed before, you being low, but now a bit lower. Not sure what that means. Could be, not going to happen, CC. That doesn't make any sense. Like, maybe, but it's not going to happen. It's been over, right? People are like, no, you're an idiot, or it's already dead. It's like, those are pretty much the answers. And like some are this in between of like, I hope not, but it looks bad. Yeah, hold on to that thought. If you haven't yet, you should sell all your Safemoon. Safemoon failed because the CEO, he had everything he needed to succeed. I got 103 retweets. This guy, Trex, laughing his ass off at me for just suggesting that this could be the end of Safemoon. Destroyed by the one and only CEO, he had everything to succeed, and his ego blew it. John had more than he needed. Like, if you guys look at these other crypto projects that are actually legitimate, they don't have anything near the funds that say, like, people don't realize. You don't realize that probably most of the Safemoon holders would have done a better job than John. Probably not the maxis, but most of the Safemoon holders. Welks Crypto says, the end of you, bye, with an exclamation. That got 7 likes. Safemoon is crap. Crony is behind this. He's killing the project. Safemoon has been nothing but a piggy bank for him. I just pray he's investigated and pays dearly for the blatant theft of the LP. I actually agree with that. I'm Bitcoin XRP, not so much ETH. AIM Robot, totally understand. ETH actually did a little bit of jump in price today, so I'm thankful for that. I'm actually, for me, I haven't studied ETH too much, right? And I'm not too much bullish on it. And I know that Vitalik, or however you pronounce his name, said that basically by the end of, I think, this year, that they will have completed everything that he thinks they need to complete for Ethereum, and that it would be like, in his eyes, not that they would stop working on it, but in his eyes, it would be like done. And so for me, my bullishness on ETH, based on what I know right now, is not so much that I think it's huge in the space, but more so that I think that I just anticipate the price to go up with the bull run. Could be wrong, but that's how I feel. I just think that when the bull run happens, ETH will also go up as well. Yo, CC, always respected your honesty. Thanks, love the comments. I really appreciate that, man. I try to be honest with you guys as much as I can. And hey, you call me out where you see I'm wrong, and I'll do my best to admit if I think you're right or not. Safemoon LP isn't the only issue. Posted 20 hours ago. Has a good write-up about deployer receiving 400 billion burn address tokens, etc. Sounds worse than I thought. I don't know, Zero Cool. I think they might actually be able to fix that part. Gene Mark, your account isn't up at all. Hey, CC, how are you? I just came from the gym. What did I miss? Nothing extremely important. Just going over kind of this state of Safemoon, the sentiment of Safemoon, and the implications of how they get the money back, if they get the money back, and how it'll affect the future of Safemoon going forward. And it's very hard to say, like, that this is a positive thing. I know that the maxis, like, say they got the money back from the hackers, best case scenario, the maxis are going to celebrate no matter what. It's always just, oh, you fudders got wrecked. And that delusion only fuels the maxis even more. I'm sorry, the fudders even more, because it's like they're going to throw it in your face every time that something happens that's not a big deal. Like, them recovering the funds is not a win. That's like them doing the bare minimum of what they should do, or whether it's injecting the liquidity back into it. But they're going to throw that in your face like you've been proven wrong, and that Safemoon is therefore the future and the evolution, and it's definitely going to succeed. We live in this stupid world where people rather listen to the John's lies than hearing the truth. Oh, yeah, definitely. Don't use Safemoon wallet. They not correct. Use Trust Wallet, and it will show we're still down. Yeah, so there are some posts about them anticipating a move of liquidity back into the LP, and I'm just kind of waiting to see it happen. I'm not like hoping it doesn't happen. I think that that's the best play. I just don't know if they're going to get it from the hackers. Another big thing is that people should be asking is, was this insured or not? Because if it wasn't, then John lied, and he lied to everybody, and everybody thought that the LP was insured, and then the LP got hacked, and we found out it wasn't insured. You know what I mean? We need clarification on that. Um, so more comments on this. I just find the psychology of people like so fascinating. For me, it's like not, I don't take this personal, right? Like it'd be stupid too. I feel like I'd be operating in this lower level of delusion to even get like emotionally involved in these responses. I just find it funny, right? From an outside perspective. I post this, we could be witnessing the end of Safemoon, and just to see the reaction of people is really funny. Who the F is that guy? I'm like, oh yeah, nobody knows who I am, even though I have a video on Safemoon with 40,000 views. But yeah, nobody knows who I am, right? That's the attack. And I'm not saying everybody knows who I am, but most people in Safemoon have heard of me. Dumpster fire project. Someone needs to be held accountable for this mess, starting with the garbage CEO. Hard times, you struggling, you don't have enough value to offer, sell, so you keep bottom feeding off the back of negative Safemoon news. Very sad. Like that's actually, they actually think that that's like realistic in their perspective. Whenever they're acting this way, some people, they actually think they're being logical. Can we just move forward in crypto without grade school puzzles that lead to no action and disappointment? Safemoon Tyler posted this. I didn't hear no bell. I actually thought that was kind of funny. About time. What a psychological joke. For someone who says, I am not fudding, you sure fud a lot. Thaddeus Prime says, it's funny because Safemoon got me onto crypto. My cousin turned me onto it and I was excited. Then it became controversial. I defended it for a bit and stood. Then things stopped adding up, took profits right after the Forever Down started, warned my cousin, and have watched the disaster since. OG Crypto Wizard just posted a crying, laughing thing, which I guess to him is just hilarious, that I would suggest that this could be the end of Safemoon in his perspective. Boy, how sad does life get when you're literally on here taking shots because people didn't side with you? I don't know what that even means. It's not a shot because people didn't side with me. I'm just saying this could be the end of Safemoon. Not a chance, my friend. Safemoon will never die. The community is Safemoon. Coroni will get through this. The money will return because they were in fact stolen, and the grief. Thief goes to prison. Looks like the LP is blocked, and they are working to gain access. Safemoon never dies. To me, isn't it so interesting to see the opposing sides of perspective on this and how extreme they are in their differences? If you guys have a comment, go ahead and say something, and I'll definitely read it out on the YouTube side of things. The insurance company is trust me, bro. Okay, awesome. What's up, AimRobot? Even if Safemoon inject LP back, money will not come from the hackers. It will be injected with money that John stole from the community. That's the next question, right? I feel like the most important questions that the Safemoon community, which obviously most of them are not going to be asking, is where's the money coming from? If it's not from the hacker, where's the money coming from to, or no, I'm sorry. The first question should be, was the LP actually insured or not? Are we actually insured or not if it happens again? Pretty simple question, normal question. I don't think you're going to get an answer to that. I think they're just going to brush that off, right? And if then based on how they respond to that, if they don't answer that, or if they say, yes, it is, or no, it's not, and then we'd have to say, well, why did John lead everyone on to believe that the LP was insured? Did he lie to us? And if he lied to us, then how can we trust him in the future, right? And then the second thing would be, if it does come from the treasury or from somewhere else, the next two logical questions, I think, would be, how does this affect the future of Safemoon's funding its project? How much runway do they have? And the other question would be, where did the treasury get that money? Is this the money that John got from the LP? Would be the next question. It's like, are we just putting stolen money from the LP back into the LP to get the price up? Which also screams like insane things. When you look at how much money John got out of the LP, it's way more than what is in the LP. What the price would be insane if that was back in the LP. The ability to lower the price. I mean, if some of you guys are listening to this and you're still a maxi, you really need to go take a look at, or in general, if you haven't looked at this, you need to look at what they did. When you pull liquidity out, and you pull out a pair of BNB, an equal pair of BNB and Safemoon, you take the BNB, you buy Safemoon in V2, PancakeSwap V2. So what you've done is you've removed the stability of the price. So it makes it move up and down more. And then you create a buy, which makes the price move up more than it would have if you had done a buy. But it's using its own liquidity from PancakeSwap V1 to do this buy. So it removes liquidity, increases volatility, meaning it'll go up more, creates a buy that causes it to go up more, takes all the Safemoon that was paired to keeping the price from going down and the price going up, and it caused the price to go up, and then sells it on Bitmart, and then sends the tether to John's wallet. That's what everything looks like. which means that they're the ones responsible for removing the ability for the price to not drop insanely, which was like the entire reason of why people bought into Safemoon, because of the liquidity. Because of that, that was like one of the main reasons was, oh, it takes the 5% and it puts it into liquidity for price stability. I know that was a huge thing in everyone's mind of this will protect the price, right? And behind the scenes, they're selling the liquidity, and not just selling it. They're removing liquidity, they're creating a buy, and then they're selling the buy. And then people are arbitraging the price between Bitmart and PancakeSwap, right? And I don't know, maybe they're even doing that. Yeah, we'll read some more comments, and then we're going to go back to some of these more responses, because the psychology behind this is amazing in my mind. Even if Safemoon inject LP back money, okay, we already read that. I would really like to see insurance company that will insure something in crypto. LP is insured. Oh, come on, impossible. Yeah, 100% love the comments. I never really looked into it, and I'm still like, a lot of us are still new to crypto, so it's very easy to like just trust somebody. That's what everything looks like, you said. Yeah. So there's certain things that are very hard to see. What we have proven is that John did get millions of dollars of Tether, that the LP was sent to Bitmart, and that John did use that wallet, the Gabe wallet, to pull out, or other wallets to pull out millions of dollars, and then a day later buy a house. So we've proven so much. And if you are one of those people where you need the like 100% everything lined up proof, where like you could find a crime scene with a guy that has a bloody knife near a crime scene, but you didn't see it happen, so therefore, who knows? It could just be that some guy had a bloody knife. If that's your logic, and you think that your desire for Safemoon to succeed is not affecting your scale of judgment, then that's. I'm not trying to convince you, man. Like, you do you. So this is really important. This is what I was about to get to right before I ended the last stream. But as you can see, Crypto Control must have a secret crush on a certain project. That one's actually just kind of funny. I don't even care. But yeah, you see these two extremes, like kind of people that are like, dude, Safemoon's dead. Like, why are you even suggesting that this might be the end of it? And I'm like, well, I think that Safemoon might be dead, but that we're seeing the last like little bit of life that it has. The last moments of Safemoon is where I think. I'm not saying that I think that it's alive, really. And then other people saying that they're treating me and mocking me and attacking me like I'm just this crazy idiot for even suggesting that possible that Safemoon could die. So I've went over this before, but this is super important. And if there's somebody in here who hasn't seen this, who's this? Dang, I just got a follow from somebody with 55,000 followers. That's weird. What did I do that he liked? Oh, I don't know. That's cool with me though. This is really important. If you're still like a believer in Safemoon, what is this? March 24th. Hold on, let me read this real quick, guys. Well, that got leaked before we could get all the comms put together properly, but yes, it is happening. However, please wait for official word with the information and how it will function and who will be eligible. We want the information to come out in the proper way so the information can be clearly communicated so everyone can understand. Regarding the 100% tax reimbursement, that would be good. Okay, guys, yep. So Fudhound worked at Safemoon. We went over this yesterday. This is extremely important. There's two things that came from Ryan that I think are extremely important. One of the things that he said is that Safemoon's LP is not insured, right? Ryan's a smart guy. He helps Safemoon quite a lot, actually, as much as people like to turn their backs on anybody who turns their back on Safemoon. He's also working on a new project called Dion, or I think that's how you pronounce it. I'm not sure. I don't know much about that one. I was trying to find his post. Ryan said two very important things. He said, one, the LP is not insured. He's like, nobody's going to insure a decentralized liquidity pool. Everybody was under the assumption that, don't worry, guys, the LP is insured, right? That was everybody's response to the hack that happened the other day. The other important thing that he said is that he worked on the Orbital Shield, and that he found what he called an exploit. Here it is. I'll read this right here. If you guys haven't read this, he said, I'll get flack for this, but I feel it is my duty to say it because I am the only one who worked at Safemoon who was kicked off the Orbital Shield development project for uncovering and exposing this internally. When I fought tooth and nail to remove it and or fix it, I was strategically removed from the feature. If you use Orbital Shield to derive a private key for a wallet address, get your funds moved out of that wallet address immediately. I tweeted before saying I wouldn't touch Orbital Shield and I was vilified for it. I hope people actually listen to this time. Do not trust it. Move funds off any wallet address that you created using Orbital Shield. So I don't know. Like, I'm not smart enough to know what's happening on the back end of Orbital Shield and whether or not there's like an exploit or a potential for your information to get out. But I just know that the guy who worked there, who worked on the products, you take this for however you want to take it. You know what I mean? You like Ryan, hate Ryan, do it, whatever in your own mind, is saying, get off Orbital Shield. It's not safe. I worked on this project. I found an exploit. And this is a dangerous project. They removed me from it, right? That's a big deal. So Fuddown is saying the LP is not insured in Orbital Shield. He's saying get off of it. Those are two very important topics when it comes to your investment. And, you know, I don't want anybody to lose money. So I try to cover information that's important. I'm not trying to just only FUD Safemoon. Laughing my ass off. Thank God I sold all that BS. Yeah, I would feel that way too. Sick of gutter clown coins. Spoke the truth. Safemoon dropped the ball. Otherwise, it's just BS to my ears to follow. If he goes to jail, then I will say, okay, you were right. You need 100%. Otherwise, it's just like blah, blah, blah. Well, Michael John, I imagine that you have a different standard for me. I bet you probably believe that I'm a paid fudder, that I have bad intentions. Without any evidence, without a shred of evidence, you probably believe that I have bad intentions. But with tons of evidence that John took from the LP, you need the 100%. And you see how those standards aren't fair? You think that maybe your desire to be rich is impairing your ability to tell what's real? So if you guys didn't see, this is one of the messages the hacker sent on the blockchain. Is verified this was actually the wallet that did the exploit. It says, hey, relax. We are accidentally front-run an attack against you. We would like to return the fund. Set up secure communication channel. Let's talk. There's no way you accidentally front-run an attack. In my mind, it's like, dude, there's no way that you had to do this on purpose, and now you're trying to get a fee for bringing the funds back. Oh yeah, 5-10%. And then Safemoon also sent them a message giving them a wallet to send the funds to. And I'm not sure if that's happened yet or not, but that was one of the things we'll be keeping an eye on. And if they inject the LP back, then if I'm not busy, I'll try to go live. I probably will be busy the rest of the day. Crypto Control Channel has always spoken on SafeMoon in an objective manner. Thanks, Luis Diaz. I really appreciate that, man. John using the LP for personal use and not telling anyone was the red flag for me. Yeah. What's up, Dana? Dane, how's it going? Only weird thing about that Ryan tweet is that he didn't speak up sooner or waited until it happened. Dana, he said that he made a tweet about it before, which I don't remember that tweet, but if you read what Ryan was saying right there, here's the other one of him talking about the insurance real fast. Excuse me. Are you talking about the out-of-box insurance that comes with Fireblocks? You have to literally hold assets within Fireblocks for it to be insured because they guarantee their technology. There's no insurance for DeFi LP money missing from contract vulnerabilities that I've ever heard of or even exist. And he says, oh, I hate that Safemoon is played like this. Many of you are good people and don't deserve this. But yeah, his other one, he said, I'll get flack for this, but I feel it's my duty to say it is because I'm the only one who worked at Orbital Shield. I tweeted before saying I wouldn't touch Orbital Shield and I was vilified for it. So he says that he already did say beforehand, don't touch Orbital Shield, right? And people attacked him for it, which is obvious. Like, no, if you attack Safemoon, anybody that believes in it's going to attack you. But yeah, if that does help your concern, he basically said that he's already said this. Also, another thing is that John threatens everybody with lawsuits. Thomas, Hank are afraid to talk. they are afraid to talk on Safemoon because they're dealing with lawsuits from other people and the potential of lawsuit from John. And John sues his own mother. You think he won't sue you? Does that not send a message like, hey, if I'll sue my own mom, you think I won't sue you? So everybody has to worry about NDAs and all that stuff, or even just being sued by John. Manny says, oh, we accidentally wrote the code that exploited Safemoon. It's never an accident, but there are hackers that professionally exploit for finder's fees. Yeah, exactly. The finder's fees, 100%, Maddie. There's people just paying attention to like contracts being deployed, waiting for it, and exploiting it, and then offering you the money back for a tax, a fee. And they make a lot of money that way. So, let me just see what's going on in the Discord, if there's any like kind of update on the money coming back. Hey, what's up, Richard? Hudman, I swapped my Safemoon in March because things just didn't seem right. 4x my money in another project, and 2, thank God, because things aren't right with Safemoon. Nice bug bounty. Yeah, I actually sort of like, I don't want to just sit here and like, you know, say I told you so, but I have videos from like 8 months ago that were talking about should you buy or sell, and kind of saying, trying to help the Safemoon people be like, hey guys, if the price keeps only going down, then you'll save yourself a lot of money, not by dollar cost averaging, but just by waiting for the bottom and then buying, putting all that, like saving all your money in like a stable coin or in a, you know, somewhere else safe, and then buying after a long time, if it keeps going down for a long time. So like, that's another thing, is that people don't realize that I have been communicating like the best information for you the entire time. I've been communicating to you the bad things before they happen. I've been communicating the best thing for your wallet, saying, guys, maybe it'll spike, because everybody just keeps thinking that Safemoon at some point is going to take off. I like, maybe that'll happen. Nobody knows that's not going to happen, but if you look at the reoccurring pattern, it's just been going down forever, and you're losing money by buying and buying and buying. You're kind of just exit liquidity for the whales, right? So that's where I would tell people, like, good advice. Like, I'm trying to help you. I'm not trying to like make a YouTube channel where I screw people over or mislead them so for views or for money or for my own personal interest, right? It is for my personal interest, but I'm just do what I think is right for my personal interest, right? I think life is structured in a way that if you do what is right, it benefits you, right? There is self-interest in doing the right thing, and there's self-interest in doing the wrong thing. And I go about my self-interest in doing the right thing, or to the best of my ability. I don't need to sue John. Let me just get my hands on. Yeah, let's not physically threaten anybody. I appreciate that, man. If a crime is going on, Papa doesn't have to worry about an NDA. Yeah, I really think that they sold Safemoon on. They took the liquidity. They took the BNB out of the PancakeSwap V1 liquidity. They bought Safemoon out of the PancakeSwap V2. They took all that Safemoon and then they sold it on Bitmart, and then sent the money, the tether, which is what you get when you sell on Bitmart, to John's wallet. And that's why we have, like I've showed a ton of times, and everybody else has showed it, millions and millions and millions and millions of dollars of tether going to John's wallets. So yeah, guys, the main topic. Let me know in the chat, guys. Do me a favor, drop a like, and let me know. Where do you guys think? Like, honestly, and try to be honest both ways. Like, give the positive side the benefit of the doubt, the negative side the benefit of the doubt. Do you think Safemoon can survive this? And what is the effect this will have on the future of Safemoon? Made Crony and Smithy at it again, raping and pillaging the community, investigate and prosecute, lock them all up. Yeah, I mean, I think that John needs to go to prison. Like, in my opinion, if John took liquidity, even if he did it in a way that's hard to tell on the blockchain because of Bitmart, he needs to be in jail. Like, if you can go to jail for stealing like $1,000, right, from somewhere, why shouldn't John Crony be in jail for the millions and millions and millions of dollars that he has, right? So I personally, that's my take, right? I'm totally open to your guys' take, but I don't see a positive coming out of this, like a net positive. There's no way that you could have a net positive, because even if like I said before, the best case scenario, hacker returns the funds, small fee, they inject the LP. If I was in charge of this project and my liquidity just got hacked, I would, and if I had a lot of money sitting aside, say 20 million, best case scenario, I get the hacker's money back, and then I inject more money into the LP than what was there before, in such a way to try to keep the price well above what it was, so that people will say, hey, we're actually higher than what we were. And there might come a question then, like, well, you could have done this before. I don't think Safemoon would do that. I think Safemoon would put it right to where it was at. Like, we'll only take a hit right to what we need to put it, maybe just barely above where it was. I think that's probably what they would do. And then it'd probably be a sell-off, right? And then, I don't know, maybe they'd do a little bit of buys here and there, but nothing huge, right? I don't think we're going to be sitting well above the price, and a sell-off seems very likely. And on top of the CoffeeZilla FUD, on top of the team leaving, it's so hard to talk realistically about Safemoon in a positive way. Thomas quit, Kyle quit, Hank quit, Jack quit, Ben Phillips quit. They're linked to paying celebrities pumping and dumping. The newest people, Josh Chilcutt and the other guy, I forget his name. Josh Chilcutt literally said, me being here when I can have better paying jobs says something. And I'm like, well, if you invert that, if you leave, then that says something too. Or it just doesn't work that way. It's only if you're here, it's a positive. If you leave, it's a positive as well, right? Because you're probably a bad actor who had bad intentions, or you had a better opportunity. John's brother quit. John's uncle quit or got fired. I don't know. John's mom, who he had a deal with to make some what appears to be potentially groundbreaking technology, which would have possibly benefited Safemoon, is now at a lawsuit with each other. It's insane to think that John Caroni just came out of heaven and joined Safemoon, and that the entire team and his family are against him, and his own investors, because they're all evil and stupid and selfish, and that John Caroni is just the saint who's fixing and everything, and everybody turned their back on him. I cannot believe that people are pushing that people actually believe that, and that people are supporting John Caroni. If John Caroni took millions of dollars, $20 million of LP, probably more, and you're supporting everything he does, think about the implication of that. If you're wrong, if you're someone who believes in John Caroni, I know your mind won't, probably, but that's like defending Ted Bundy, right? Ted Bundy did horrible, terrible things. And yes, they're different. Theft is different than murder and whatever Ted Bundy did. I'm not saying those things are the same. I'm saying defending somebody who's done terrible, evil things, who should be in jail. That's the similarity I'm making. And you have to realize that if it turns out that John Caroni does go to jail, that the entire time that you've been burying your head in the sand and not paying attention to any of this information and writing it off as nothing, there's nothing to it, that you could have been supporting one of the biggest scammers in the crypto space, while you had a lot of light, you had a lot of truth, you had a lot of logical evidence in front of you to support otherwise, and you had to deny all of that to support him. And then you have to ask yourself, why would you do that? And it's very hard for me to see selfish gain not being tied to the reason of why you're doing that. It's whether you're going to think you're going to be rich, or whether it's all the support that you get from all the maxis. It's whether you like, oh, I get too much support from all the cult people. You know how much support I would get if that's what people don't realize. I could be making videos. If I was really deceitful, I could be making videos about how this is all bull crap, and making the best case arguments for how John Caroni it didn't do this, and there's no proof, and that's why you need this, and all this stuff. And I'd be getting views. I'd be able to make a ton of money doing that as well. I'd be getting donations. I'd be getting support. I'd be able to launch my own project and have all those people support me. I'd be able to launch NFTs and have people support me. I'd be able to make a killing off of that. And I'm okay doing that honestly, but not dishonestly. I won't do that. I'll rather take a hit in every aspect of what I built crypto control off of, which was Safemoon and Evergrow, by telling the truth about it. Like, I'll destroy what I built and I'll rebuild it again. And a lot of people think I've fallen off and nobody cares about me anymore. And I don't care what people think. You know what I mean? I'm going to build this channel into the next bull run. I'm going to focus on new projects. I'm going to make money. I'm going to try to help other people make money like I did with Evergrow. And I'm going to keep learning and keep growing. And I'm going to keep demonstrating that I'm going to be honest to the best of my ability to help people. And I've demonstrated that. Who will be the one that goes after the John? Potentially the FBI. Love the comment, says they all quit because they saw it as a scam. Sad thing is they all had NDA and can't say anything. Yeah, that's another thing. That's why I think people on the inside should leak things. Here's another thing I said. Before Josh and the other guy, I can't think of his name, the other like blonde-haired guy, was it Cheese? Was that his name? Before they quit, I was posting videos saying like, hey guys, if you work on the inside, you have to consider the implications of working for a company and how they got their funds and like what you could be participating in, right? And I said, and if you have information that proves what we're talking about, find a way to leak it in a way that doesn't point back to you, that doesn't get you in trouble. And not too long after that, they both quit, right? I'm not sure what went down, but I just know John built a team around him and they quit again, right? So it's just like, that screams confidence. That screams that this is the next huge project and I want to be a part of it. Safemoon screams so much confidence in its future that Hank, Thomas, John's brother, John's uncle, all quit and left because it was just too much glory for them. They just couldn't handle the glory of what Safemoon would be, and they had to leave. They couldn't handle how amazing it would be. And the same thing with Josh and Cheese. It was just so many amazing things going on the inside that they just had to quit and go do something else. No, like that's idiotic. It screams that things are not what they should be. John's on his last like limbs of like Hayden and Mr. Adult and whoever else is still like with Safemoon. I think if you're getting paid to work for Safemoon, it makes it a lot harder, right? Because like you're literally getting paid to work in the Discord or to do the Twitters or to make videos. So it's like now your job's on the line and now you have to consider, in spite of everything that's come out, do I still keep going because I'm making a living off of this? And I think that would make it a harder decision. It's not for me. I literally just destroyed like my channel. My subs have gone down like crazy. My views are down. People hate me. And I could have done really well. You know what I mean? I was one of the, top YouTubers, not in the sense that I was better than the other YouTubers, but that I was willing to put in a lot more time into my videos, into editing, into finding out information. And that alone was able to make my content stand out. Not all the time. Some of the times the other YouTubers definitely blew past me, Darkmoon Tim and some of the other YouTubers. But generally speaking, I'd pour a lot of time into my videos and I'd get a ton of views. And people really loved me for it, right? And it was awesome. But it's like, I'm not going to sit here and promote that. I can't honestly do that. Like I'd rather speak the truth and suffer the consequences and hope that there's something better on the other side than lie for my own selfish gain. They've been cooking the books from day one, says Johnny B. in the land of Oz. The last 18 months, Crony has been deceptive, deceiving, deceitful, disgustingly manipulative, dishonest, shameless. Damn, bro. Rotten insider trading lies. That's probably a good description of it. What's up, Richard Hudman? How's it going? I base my actions on facts, not emotion. Emotion. A lot of the Safemoon army are brainwashed and are emotional. They are attached. Yeah, for sure. The Maxis are cultist. It's definitely not good for themselves. They need to wake up for their own sake. Get the NDA, but you can't hold back when theft is involved. They could go to jail too. I don't know. I don't know if you have an obligation to speak to the public. Maybe to go to the FBI with what you know. I don't know. And no one brave enough to challenge this BS NDA. I know, right? Mate, you've been one of the most truthfully. We've missed you. Please keep it coming. I will, man. 100%. Thanks for the words, Johnny B. I appreciate that. Tell a small lie, you will have to say bigger lie to hide smaller lie, and then even bigger to hide bigger lie. But in the end, you get busted, and that's what is happening with John. Busted. Yeah, I'm a big believer in the same thing that, like, if you watch a lot of the criminal cases and stuff, you don't get away with it. Like, you're fighting truth, right? That's what you're fighting. If you go murder somebody and you try to hide it and you lie about it and all this stuff, it's so hard to manipulate the scenario, the situation, into a way where you get away with it, because all of the evidence that exists points towards your damnation. The reality that exists, the DNA that was there, what the footage that was there, the people that saw it, if you know, there's all like built within reality is the truth, and what you do within reality impacts reality in such a way that the truth is there. So whenever people scam and steal, it's like, well, for one, you're fighting against the truth, and the truth always wins. It might not win right away. Justice might not be served right away, but it will be served eventually in one way or the other. And generally speaking, a lot of these things, like people have gotten away with crimes for their entire life, but then they die and then they have to meet God. But a lot of times people do just get caught. And I think that how many times can you lie? How much scamming can you do before it all crumbles and you get caught like Do Kwon or SBF, right? And it's in the crypto space, you're not lasting very long. So I don't imagine that John Caroni would be able to get away with this for too long. You can't go to jail for NDAs. It's not government. Well, I don't know if you can go to jail, but they could probably sue the hell out of you or something like that, right? Have you seen official statement of Vanity Global? No, I haven't. What is that, Mark Temple? Maybe I have. What is it, though? Because of you, I was able to save what was left of my safe and invest elsewhere and make my money back. Thank you. Awesome, United We Stand. That's awesome to hear, man. I just want to have a positive impact on people, and I think there's only way to go about that, and it's to say, I don't know, guys, but here's what the patterns seem to predict, and to remove emotion from it. And you decide for yourself, right? All I can do is warn about bad things that have weight to them and good things that have weight to them. You know, that's why I talk about new projects. If you guys are like, here's my 3 plays right now as far as degen coins, as far as like riskier plays that aren't like blue chips. Squid Grow, Evergrow, and Vitreous. Those are the ones that are my degen plays right now. Probably the one that I'm most bullish on would be Vitreous. Vitreous is in its seed sale phases. It's an actual company. What they're doing, what they're targeting, it sets itself apart from any other project, right? So yeah, I don't want to talk too much on it, but if you're looking for a new project to invest in, check out Vitreous, check out my videos on Vitreous, and then decide for yourself if you think it's a good investment or not. Yes, RC Safemoon equals Theranos. So let's do another quick check on Safemoon, because apparently they're like about to inject liquidity or something. I'm not actually sure. Menu, kill me with these delicious drinks. I believe, get out of here. Why people FUD, and it answered, individuals who engage in FUDding may experience a range of emotions such as anxiety, fear, anger, depending on the situation. They may also feel pressure to perform or meet certain goals, which could contribute to their decision to engage in this behavior. Oh my God. So Safemoon Primal says, even ChatGPT knows FUDders are people who have performance issues. Hello. Hello. Is that better? Can you guys hear me? Hello, hello. Oh, you guys should be able to hear me, right? Sorry, guys. I think you and I are in all the same plays. Deployed. You guys can hear me now, right? Dude, I don't know what happened. Yeah, I think the hacker is also hacking my computer. Just waiting for you guys back. Okay, awesome. Sorry about that, guys. I don't know what caused that. I apologize. Hopefully that wasn't gone for too long. But thank you for telling me that in the chat, guys. I appreciate that. So the people that got their Safemoon burned are getting it back. Yeah, I'm blocked by a lot of Safemoon people. Has let me blow in the speakers. Did John call? Yeah, I had to call John real fast. Did the hacker send the LP to the devil wallet yet? Yeah, just send it to John's off ramp Kraken account, and we'll get you taken care of. This is hilarious. Oh my god. Okay, I have to show this. And me and Safemoon Knight, like, we're cool in the sense that we can be respectful to each other. At the same time, obviously we disagree with each other. That's probably like the nicest way to put that. So I put, we could be witnessing the end of Safemoon. And then this got 95 likes, right? Like, and who cares? I'm just showing for the purpose of showing how engagement works, which obviously everybody already knows. Positive things get engagement, negative things don't really. He said we could be witnessing the awakening of a giant. 375 likes. It's like, oh man. I don't see how you could take that stance. Our liquidity pool just got hacked. This could be our moment, guys. This is it. Safemoon's about to really show what it's made of. I can't believe that. This guy said time to make the switch to Squid Grow, and he said never. I've made money off Squid Grow. Like, I could sell my Squid Grow and be in profit. Safemoon, you have only lost money in Safemoon unless you've been trying to trade against everybody that's been buying. This is when the blockchain will be released. Yeah, you trust Safemoon to release a blockchain when they couldn't do a upgrade that without an audit to their contract that allowed the exploit to happen. We just witnessed a giant get hacked by a simple exploit. There's no coming back. So if they bring the liquidity back, I think Safemoon could continue in its zombie state that it's in, is what I would call it. And that obviously, if there's this many people watching and paying attention and liking these kind of posts, they have enough of a community who is just either still delusional to what's going on. Maybe they just don't check up on social media. I don't know how you could still believe in Safemoon at this point, or they just have way too much to lose and they can't go back. I think that's probably a likely scenario for a lot of people. Is you either have too much to lose, you don't know what's going on, which is unlikely, or you care too much about the support that you get from talking positively about Safemoon. Because if you put we could be witnessing the waking of a giant and you get 375 likes, why would you want to give that up? And especially, why would you want to say anything negative about Safemoon? If you say something negative about Safemoon, you're going to get attacked. They're going to cancel culture you. They're going to make Reddit posts saying unsubscribe. Like, I don't know if you guys know this. You can find YouTube Reddit posts of I'll show you guys this real quick. This is actually really funny. Crypto control. So this is in Reddit. We're just searching crypto control, right? Some positive things. We need to stop crypto control from spreading FUD. 2 years ago, guys. 2 years ago. We need to stop crypto control from spreading FUD. This is 2 years ago. Isn't that insane? Crypto Control, do you think we need him so we can have paper hand sell who will eventually buy back in and stimulate volume and price action? Crypto Control doesn't bring you news. He brings FUDs. He's a little triple X drama queen who gets his blank hard whenever Safemoon tanks or increases in price. Some of the information he presented is not even FUD, but he packaged it negatively to present it as FUD. How many times Papa going to say he's not leaving? Oh my God. Oh my God. How many times Papa going to say he's not leaving? How many times are you going to launch a live stream talking about Papa leaving? Who was right about that? Who told you early about that? The wallet is out. Stop talking about Papa leaving. He already posted in Discord and Twitter that he's not effing leaving. Oh, I'm sorry. Who told you the truth about that whenever everybody lied to you? That was me and other people who were probably in the chat as well. If there's headbutting going on at Safemoon, so what? They will have a disagreement. Why is that negative, and why do you need to start a live stream about who's not getting along at Safemoon? Because they're one of the founders and they're leaving. Are you stupid? Like what? If you want to present drama because nothing much going on, you love drama. They always like, oh, you must be evil. That's how their thing goes. Their thinking goes, their logic goes. Hank leaving was positive. Oh, it's positive. Jack leaving might even be positive. Yeah, oh yeah, it's another great thing. See guys, it's always great. And we can have someone far better than Papa that would be positive. It's all about perspective and how we view the information. Crypto Control is sensationalizing any weak areas of Safemoon for his own benefit, see? And he's not presenting news but negative angles. The wallet is out. You could be doing some swaps, transfers, likes, and dislikes. Label your drama as drama. I love that all of this is bound on me talking about Papa leaving, and I was right. It's just literally me just being right about Papa leaving. I can honestly say I've never heard of him. That's fair. That's not fair. Not everybody's heard of me. He's a troll, but we're giving him attention when we mention him. Don't even talk about this, guys. Crypto Control is a uneducated idiot and spreads fake information. Oh, okay. Once again, I was wrong about Papa, right? It's so funny to go back and look at stuff like this, guys. I could do this for a couple things. I should show you guys some more stuff, actually. Safemoon Army gets rid. Let's get rid of him like we have done with every other fudder. I unsubscribed today. He has become a whiny bitch ever since his buddy DeFi Mark, one of his unnamed sources, has been fired, and his other buddy Safemoon Whale talked negatively towards Safemoon the day before he dumped. I'm sure another source is probably Hank, since all of them became buds before shit went south. No, me and Hank never talked until recently, and that wasn't about Safemoon. Nothing bust FUD like a quality product. It's that simple. I just unsubscribed. 5 up likes. I had to unsubscribe from that idiot. What pisses me off the most is whenever someone tells him that they don't agree with what he's doing, he rebuttals with something along the lines of not being a follower and wanting to know the truth. Oh, in quotations. Nah, dude, you're just trying to cash in on drama. Do I think Papa is leaving? No, at least not until the blockchain is completed. And to be honest, that's all I really care about. Oh, okay. This is hilarious, dude. I don't know if you guys find this as funny as me. I put in 37. It's so funny looking back whenever we know they're wrong, right? Thomas did leave. I'm unsubscribing right now. Bye. This is the consequence of covering the important information when it's most important time to cover it with the people who reject it the most, is they will cancel you and they will pull together to cancel you. If they can't fight you with logic, they resort to personally attacking you and just not listening to you. Just pull away from him. Don't listen. Don't join his spaces. Don't watch his YouTube. Unsubscribe from him. Don't give him attention. And it's like, all I told you was information that would help you. It was just like, guys, Thomas is leaving. You could tell. You could tell he's leaving. And if all I said is, hey, if you don't care, that's fine. I even said this. If you don't care if Thomas is leaving, that's fine. But other people, that might be a selling point for them, because people were more bullish on Thomas than John at that point. People forget this. Other people, if they knew if Thomas was leaving, they would sell. And I bet most likely the people that actually was their selling point were probably smart enough to realize that he was leaving and that he was pretending to be on the team, and that they did all that to save face. John and Thomas lied to you about whether he was leaving or not to save face for Safemoon, knowing in order to stop you from selling your bag. That's 100% how it is, guys. I came here to post the same thing. This guy is a true gossip monger, low-key fudster, and needs to be called out. He'll spend hours on live on YouTube speculating about things, creating FUD and panic. And then there's going to be some reasonable comments in here. Not too many, but 2 years ago. 2 years ago, people weren't fully as logical as a lot of them might be today. I agree with you. CC always says that he is just bringing things to light and people can make up their own minds. I agree. Much better than hiding the info for fear of being labeled a fudder. I'd rather know the truth. Okay, see, now you stuck up for me. Now watch what happens to you. You're going to get attacked. Yep. So it's just so funny to go back. This is 2 years ago and look at this example of what happens whenever you talk about these things. Let me show you guys one more thing, because I always talk about this, but to show it is another thing, right? To show it is another thing. Okay. I posted this video. This is 1 year ago that Ryan left, right? And in this video, all I do is I talk about how, hey guys, I think Ryan's quitting because he did a space. And if you listen to this space, let me try not to blow your ears out because the audio, it'll be a lot louder than my audio. So that this might be kind of loud.
My piece, then I'm going to direct my energy into something that's going to be more productive. And
literally Ryan in a space.
I think we're all a community here. And Iron Gate, baby. If it's not serving me, it's not serving my health.
If it's not serving me, then I'm going to invest my
peace, then I'm not going to deal with it. And that goes true for everywhere.
How obvious is it that Ryan was thinking about quitting, right? So I post this video this day, guys, this day. People don't understand. The day Ryan left, I posted this video. All I said was, creating a problem. You don't have the wisdom of the general to the strategies of war. And Ryan left. I mean, it could have a negative impact on Safemoon for sure. And hey guys, Ryan seems to be indicating he's leaving. This could have a negative impact on Safemoon. This might affect your investment and your investment decision. You might want to be real with yourself about this. Maybe that's an honest way to tell people about bad things that are happening. A big thing I believe about Safemoon is because you have a lot more to lose, right? Yeah, I think it would be a loss to lose Ryan. Do I think it would end the project? No. So here, once again, you're going to see that we demonstrated before it happened, we looked at the signs. We were able to tell this is probably going to happen and this might have a big effect on Safemoon. I said, I don't know if Ryan will leave or stay. I think it's wrong to assume either way. Either way, I think Ryan will do what is best for Safemoon, right? Saying, I don't know if he will or not, but I think he's indicating that there's problems going on behind the scenes and that he's thinking about quitting. That was the theme of this whole video, and it had a lot of evidence to go with it. I have to show you guys some of these comments because they're pretty funny. And I'm sorry if you're in here and I'm roasting you. A lot of you guys agreed with me. A lot of people were super able and realistic to see this. It's very carefully worded. I'm hoping he's referring to the general condition of the crypto space, the FUD. I have friends who are skeptical about the project. It's kind of like, oh, I hope he's not talking about Safemoon. I think what he is saying is there are people who can talk a good game, kiss ass, but don't really have a clue of the best interest of the company. They sell themselves an idea to current management, and management eats it up. Meanwhile, the hard worker who takes pride in their work, blah, 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 are low. So his ego is hurt because I think that's what is happening here. We don't know who this person is, came into this space. I'm sorry, but I like Ryan better than John. If Ryan leaves, it won't look good. Everyone keeps leaving. This may cause my sell-off. Maybe John is the issue. So it's important that this guy had this information to make this decision because for him, he could have made it. He could have said, no, Ryan's leaving. So I have to show you. Some people actually deleted their comments because they look like idiots. Okay, here's one that's kind of like, this sounds like FUD fighting to me. I think what he's saying is Safemoon falls within his code of ethics. He's still there. Regardless, he's entitled to do whatever. And it was like, just shows you didn't even watch or listen to the video. You're seriously in denial. He stated it was about his role, control in the organization verbally and through the tweets. They might have come back and deleted their comments. A lot of people were talking major trash to me. I was trying to find some of those because those are the funny ones. Here's one, and they weren't disrespectful about it. They said, like most of your videos, but I disagree on this one. That's not what he meant. He wasn't talking about internal issues in the company. He was addressing the community in the Twitter spaces that spreads negativity. That was the what everybody in the Twitter side was saying. Oh, no. He was just talking about Twitter. And then it was like, okay. Then he came back. So kudos to this guy. Props to this guy. Crypto Control. Within the same day, I have to admit that you're reading the situation was right. Just saw his resignation message. That's really sad, truly sad, very sad. Thanks for your video. Well, you were right. Looks like he was gone. He's talking about 365 and the drama with all that yesterday. People who like to talk about it doesn't know much. Cough, Jeremiah, cough. I think what he's saying is there's something morally wrong going on. That is what he was saying. Within Safemoon. Negative people are trying to kill Safemoon because of selfish reasons. That is your thinking. That is literally the filter that goes through. Bet he's talking about Scott Paul or Brandon Fugel. No, he was talking about Josh. Sounds like he's on the verge of crying. I think they deleted a lot of their comments because there's a lot of people treating me like I was an idiot for suggesting that he was leaving. Someone said stop creating FUD. They said exactly 100%. And then it turned out to be true. So it's just one of those things where, and this is one of the things I said to the Safemoon community is, how many times does this have to happen? You were wrong about Thomas. You were wrong about Ryan. You were wrong about everything. And now this stuff comes out about John. And it's like, maybe change how your approach to this. The standard of how you're approaching this is not realistic. And if you approach this from a realistic standard, which just says, I don't care what the truth is, I just want to know what it is. And then from that, I want to base my investment decisions on that. You'll see that it does not look good for John. I remember that video. Do you remember Logan Spooky? Safemoon Tech says, good thing Crypto Control was not doing videos when Bitcoin started. You disagree with me, Safemoon Tech? That's okay. Wait, did they send the money from the deployer wallet to the LP wallet? What do you mean, Corey? I'm on BSC scan and 7 hours ago they moved like a crap ton of money from deployer to the LP. Yeah, I saw something about that, and it was like people were speculating that they're getting ready to move that into the LP, but I don't think it's been moved yet. I can double check real fast. I'm just reading right now for 1 second to see if there's any updates on them injecting the LP. I think they will. I don't know how well that's going to go, but I think they will inject LP. I personally think there's going to be a sell-off. If they can keep the price above what it was when the hack happened, that would look better on them. But no matter what, and I think like that's how I realistically see this playing out, is they'll get the price to where it was. It might sell. It's hard to imagine that it doesn't sell off lower. But no matter what it does, the Safemoon, John will take it as a win. The Safemoon community will take it as a win against the Fudders, proving the Fudders wrong, asking us where we're at, and saying we've been shut down and how stupid we are and how it's not the end of Safemoon. It's very predictable, right? This is exactly how this is going to play out. You could just clip this part of the stream right now, save this, and then play it out when it happens. And then it'll just come down to like, well, what sentiment? Like I said, the most important questions to ask: where did they get the money from to pay for that? The Treasury. Is it actually their money? If it is their money, best case scenario, and it wasn't taken from the LP through John selling the Safemoon liquidity on the Bitmart and sending the tether to his own wallet, then what was that money intended for, and how does that impact the future of Safemoon? Because if that was the Treasury, then that's $9 million that was intended to pay salaries, to pay for new products, to pay for advertisement, to pay for all kinds of things that they've just now lost, if that's where the money is coming from. Other important question you have to ask as a Safemoon holder, if you're still someone who's considering this investment and its future, is did John Crony lie to you about the LP being insured? If the hacker doesn't give the LP back, which I think it's possible they might if they get a fee out of it, if they get 10%, if they get $400,000 to $800,000 for it, then of course they would do that, because then they can legally pull that off chain, and they just made $800,000, right, or $400,000 depending on if they do 5 to 10% of the LP that was taken, which was around $9 million. It was like 8.7 million. Then you have to ask yourself, did John lie about the LP being insured? Because everybody thought it was insured. Everybody thought it was insured. I thought it was insured because that's just what we were told, and I haven't had a moment to actually question that in my memory until this happened. And it's like, how could you come to a net positive of how this is going to affect the future of Safemoon? It's like, no, it was a hack. Like, yes, people make mistakes, but to say that this is a positive, that this creates trust, transparency, that people on the outside are going to look and say, oh, wow, they got hacked. I can't wait to use their blockchain. You know what I mean? Or their exchange, whenever they had a simple thing that an audit could have prevented that was turned on after it was already working. They turned on the ability to do the burn function that allowed for the hack to happen. On top of CoffeeZilla, on top of everybody quitting, on top of the lawsuits with his mom. I mean, man, I know that's a negative light, but for me, it's so hard to not include all of that into what it is that we're talking about. Wait, you've been one of the only logical and level-headed out there. No, a bunch of you guys are too. And like, I really appreciate you guys supporting me, because if it was like nobody supporting me, then I don't know how often I would stick around. You know what I mean? But there's people that are like, hey, thanks for saying these things. Thanks for talking about these things. And there's a lot of you guys too. You just don't do YouTube or whatever, but there's a lot of you guys that are logical and very smart as well that make me realize that, hey, I am helping people, right? I'm not just pissing off all of the Safemoon investors and nobody wants to hear me. There's a lot of people that are like, thank you. You saved me money. Thank you. You helped me early. That's another thing is like, Safemoon Whale sold when Thomas left. He knew Thomas was leaving, and he told me, hey, I've told you guys this before. He told me, hey, guys, you can go watch this. I could pull this up right now. I muted myself. He said, hey, what's going on? He said, hey, man, I'm selling. If you want to sell your bag, I'm giving you like 5 to 10 minutes to sell before I do, because I'm a whale. He said it, and he said, I'm out. I'm done. I was like, okay, man. He's like, yeah, like I'm going to disappear. And I was like, damn, because like I was friends with him. I was friends with Safemoon Whale, and I was friends with Safemoon Joe. We all had like me, Safemoon Whale, and Safemoon Joe kind of had like a cool little thing going where we all worked together. We all streamed together. Everybody loved that little trio thing we had going. And so once again, I'm telling you guys what I did in this moment. I didn't want to betray his trust because he said not to tell anybody what was about to happen. At the same time, I felt I need to tell you guys that there's about to be a dump in the price in some way. So if you go watch this live stream, you'll see me say, hey guys, if you guys are waiting to buy a dip, you might want to wait a little longer, right? And I tried to word it in the way of like, the price is about to take a hit. And it did. He sold, other people sold. We watched the price tank while Thomas and Hank and Jack were quitting. It was a terrible time for Safemoon. It was a rough time, man. And that was just like another moment where we let you guys know, try to give you guys that information to help you, right? Like that's the goal, is to like help you guys. I prioritize you over the projects, even Evergrow. I don't just only promote things. I prioritize the investors. I'll say, hey guys, take profits whenever you think you need to take profits. I'll let you know when I'm taking profits. With Evergrow, I told everybody I was going to take profits at 5035, and that happened to be the all-time high. Like, I didn't know, and I only sold half my bag because I didn't want to miss out if it kept going. What I had could have turned into millions of dollars if it had kept going, and I didn't want to miss out on that, so I only sold half my bag. But I came up with a plan.